Good morning, students. Welcome to the digital classroom with Holy Heart Schools. Today, we are going to discuss chapter The Geographic Grid, Latitudes and Longitudes. In today's video, we will be discussing about the concepts of longitude along with the relation of longitude with time. While going through above topic, we will be learning some new words like longitude. Longitude is defined as the angular distance of a place east or west of the prime meridian. It can also be defined as imaginary vertical lines running from north to south across the globe. Number 2, Eastern Hemisphere, the part of the earth on the east of the prime meridian. Number 3, Western Hemisphere, the part of the earth on the west of the prime meridian.
Number 4, rotation, movement of the earth on its own axis.
Now students, please open up your books. Chapter number 2, page number 16. Today our topic is the concept of longitudes. Before we start with our topic, let's have a brief of today's topic. Longitudes. Now what are longitudes? Longitudes, which are also known as meridians, are the angular distance of the place east and west of the prime meridian. Now here question comes, what is prime meridian? Prime meridian is a 0-degree longitude, and like equator, it also divides the earth into two equal halves or hemispheres, that is eastern and western hemisphere. Prime meridian is also known as Greenwich meridian because it passes through Greenwich near London. Now here the question comes that why Greenwich meridian is taken as prime meridian. In 1884, an international conference was held in Washington DC to find a standard system for east and west measurement. The delegates chose the meridian passing through Royal Observatory at Greenwich, England as a prime meridian for all the longitudinal measurements. The main argument for adopting Greenwich meridian as a prime meridian was that more than two-thirds of the world's shipping lines in 1884 were already using Greenwich meridian as a navigable base. In total, there are 360 meridians of longitude, 180 towards the west and 180 towards the east of the prime meridian. Each meridian is a semicircle. Like latitudes, all the meridians are measured in degrees, minutes and seconds. So now students, let's start with our reading of the topic today. Concept of longitudes. We have used equator as a line of reference. Reference means to use as a source of information for locating the places in north and south direction. We need another set of lines as a reference for locating places in the east and west direction. It is very difficult to find the location of the place with latitudes alone. Longitudes also play an important role here. In 1884, some countries mutually means done by the group of people in the same way, or we can say done with the consent of the peoples in a group, agreed to fix Greenwich, a place few kilometers east of London, United Kingdom, as a starting point for the meridian. This meridian is called prime meridian. It passes through the Royal Observatory at Greenwich. It is also referred to as Greenwich meridian. The lines joining north with the south pole are called meridians or the lines of longitude. The meridians are identified by the longitude, which are an indicator. Indicator means things that indicate level of something, of how far east or west of the prime meridian is a meridian situated. It means the prime meridian is taken as a starting line and thus it is marked as 0-degree longitude. Longitude is defined as an angular distance of a place east or west of the prime meridian measured as an angle whose apex means base, is at the center of the earth. Means we measure the angle from the prime meridian and the center of the earth. The angle formed is the longitude of the place. Like latitudes, the longitudes are also expressed in degrees. minutes, and seconds. The prime meridian is taken as the starting line and thus marked as 0 degree longitude. This we have already described. We all know that Earth is spherical in shape, and like that a full circle has 360 degrees. There are 180 degrees towards the east of the prime meridian and 180 degree to the west of the prime meridian. These are written as 180 degree east and west respectively. If we talk about 180 degree east and west meridian, it is a single longitude which is also known as international date line. If the meridians are drawn at the interval of 1 degree of longitude, there will be 180 meridian toward the east of the prime meridian and 180 towards the west of the prime meridian. The meridian of 180 degree east and 180 degree west is the same line as we have already discussed. Thus, the total number of meridians including prime meridian is 360. Now next we are starting up with the characteristics of meridians. As we all know that there are 360 meridians of longitude and each meridian is a semicircle. All the meridians are of equal length, but they are not parallel, and neither a distance between the two meridians is equal. The maximum distance between any two longitude is at the equator. The distance between the two longitude decreases as we move towards the
poles, and they converge at North Pole and South Pole.
all the meridians cross the parallels at right angle. So now let's start reading.
So now let's read the characteristics of meridian. The meridians or the lines of longitude have the following characteristics.
Number 1. The length of all the meridians is the same as all of them are semicircles joining North Pole with the South Pole. Number 2. Any two opposite meridians when taken together, say 10 degree and 170 degree west from the complete circle, which is a great circle. Any two longitudes together will make an angle of 180 degree. The maximum distance between any two meridian at the equator is about 111 kilometers for 1 degree of longitude, and it keep on decreasing as we will move towards the pole. The distance between any two meridian decreases as one moves away from the equator towards the pole. All the meridians meet at the poles. East of the prime meridian up to 180 degree is the eastern hemisphere, whereas west to the prime meridian up to 180 degree is the western hemisphere that we have already discussed in the starting. All the meridians cross parallel at right angles forming a grid. The last one, all the meridians are aligned. Aligned means arranged thing in a straight line in true north and south direction on the earth's surface. True north and south direction means north and
South Pole.
now next we are starting up with the longitude and time. The longitude and time are very closely related to each other. The best means of measuring time is by the movement of the earth, moon and the planets. The sun regularly rises and sets every day, and naturally it is the best timekeeper throughout the world. Local time can be recorded by the shadow cast by the sun, which is shortest at the noon and longest at the sunrise and sunset. When the prime meridian at Greenwich has sun at the highest point in the sky, all the places along this meridian will have midday or noon. As the earth rotates from west to east, those places east of the Greenwich will be ahead of Greenwich time and those to the west will be behind it. The rate of difference can be calculated as follows. The earth rotates at 360 degree in about 24 hours, which means 15 degrees an hour or 1 degree in 4 minutes. Now here the question comes that how we get 15 degree an hour or 1 degree in 4 minutes. Earth rotates 360 degree in 24 hours. So in 1 hour it will complete 15 degrees. If we divide 360 degrees by 24 hours, we will get 15 degree. We can also say that Earth rotates 15 degree in 60 minutes. So if we divide 60 minutes by 15 degrees, we will get 4 minutes. It means Earth rotates 1 degree in 4 minutes. When it is 12 noon at Greenwich, the time at 15 degree east of Greenwich will be 15 into 4 equals to 60 minutes. That is 1 hour ahead of the Greenwich time, which means 1 p.m. At 15 degree west of Greenwich, the time will be behind Greenwich time by 1 hour. So it will be 11 a.m. Early at 180 degree, it will be midnight when it is 12 noon at Greenwich. The time shown by such a watch will give a local time of that place. You can see that all the places on a given meridian of the longitude have the same local time. So let's come back to our reading. Our global time system is oriented to the sun. Oriented means directed towards the sun. Every day we notice that sun rises in the east and appears to move across the sky from east to west. The apparent movement of the sun across the sky is due to the rotation. Rotation means movement of the earth on its axis. Axis is the imaginary line on which earth rotates. The rotation of the earth, also known as daily motion of the earth, gives a measure of a day, that is 24 hours. It means the earth completes its one rotation in 24 hours. The relation between the sun and the earth is considered as the best timekeeper in the world. This I have already told. We know that earth rotates on its axis from west to east and makes a full circle. Thus, the earth rotates through 360 longitude in 24 hours or 15 degrees in 1 hour or 1 degree in 4 minutes. The complete calculation I have already shown you. This shows a distinct relation between the longitude of the place and time of that place. When the earth rotates from west to east, every meridian on the earth's surface faces the sun once every day. This is the time when the sun is the highest point in the sky. We call it the midday or noon at that meridian. As the earth is rotating from west to east, the places situated in the east will have sunrise early. For example, India experiences sunrise earlier than America. This means that Tokyo experiences the sunrise before Delhi. We know that Tokyo is in the east of Delhi, so it experienced the sunrise earlier. And Delhi experienced the sunrise before Paris because Paris is in the west and Delhi is in the east. This also means that for every difference of 15 degree longitude, the sunrise would be 1 hour later or earlier. So now students, this was our topic for the day. Please revise your topic and try to do the related exercises. Thank you.